Hello Scorpio, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Scorpio, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future, and we're going to also see the ultimate outcome of your current situation. So with all that being said, Scorpio, let's get started. So Scorpio, in the past, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. Your current energy is a Six of Cups, and in your future, we do have the Judgment card. As far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, we do have the Six of Pentacles. I actually see a reconciliation taking place here between you and another person. Whoever this person is, it's somebody that you've been calling in, energetically speaking. I'm not sure if you're consciously aware that you're calling this person in or not. I just kind of feel like you've been missing this person, thinking about this person a whole lot. Now, this person could be a family member, maybe even a friend, or somebody that you used to be romantically involved with. But I'm definitely getting like an energy of you essentially missing having a particular person around. And I feel like I said, I feel like you're just calling them in. I just don't know if you're aware that you're calling this person in or not. But I actually see this person eventually resurfacing back up here for you out of the blue. I feel like you manifested this though into fruition, but let's look at this Queen of Pentacles here in the recent past. So we do have the Emperor to the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the interesting Ten of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. Why did you do this though? That's my thing. Why did you do this? It looks like, it kind of looks like you walked away from someone. Now, you could have walked away from this person recently, or you could have walked away from this person many moons ago, but this is kind of like the epitome, right, of like you trying to like find the one or make room for the one, but I feel like you already found the one. I feel like you already met the one, but for whatever reason, you walked away from this person. Yeah, for whatever reason, you walked away from this person. Why? I don't know. But for whatever reason, you walked away from this connection. I'm very curious to see why, though. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords to the Four of Swords to the Three of Cups. So I'm getting a few things. I feel like one of the reasons why you walked away from this relationship between you and this person had a lot to do with like, it had a lot to do with you like constantly finding yourself thinking the worst when it came down to this person. So you could have found yourself thinking to yourself, they're probably doing this behind my back, they're probably doing that behind my back, which definitely created a lot of like stress and anxiety you know, for you. So I think it's safe to say that you were looking at them like they were too good to be true. I think it's also safe to say that you were under the impression that, you know, this person was doing X, Y, and Z behind your back, which was basically robbing you of the peace that you essentially had, you know, prior to basically meeting this person. Because I feel like, yeah, I do feel like you had a whole lot of peace, you know what I mean, before you met this person. I also feel like not only did you have a lot of peace, but a lot of you felt very safe and secure, you know, before you met this person. And the moment that you met this person, things started getting serious between the two of you. You started to not feel so safe and secure anymore. You started to realize, that, you know, you were overthinking things a lot, and you were experiencing a lot of intrusive thoughts on top of that, which was basically robbing you of your peace of mind. I think it's safe to say that being in a committed relationship for you doesn't really make you feel safe and secure. If anything, it basically makes you feel the complete opposite. I think that it's also safe to say that being in a relationship with someone, you know, doesn't really provide you with that peace of mind. And I feel like, you know, that's just something that you found yourself experiencing with this particular person, to the point where it got so bad for you, where you felt like, yeah, I got to walk away from this because it's robbing me of my peace of mind. I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. A lot of you kind of internalize all of that as a sign from like the universe that this must not be the one for me, because look, I don't feel safe and secure. Look, I'm overthinking things. Look, I'm experiencing intrusive thoughts and things of that nature. But it's interesting because I don't feel like that's the case. Again, because this to me feels like an energy of you making room for Mr. or Mrs. Right. But you already met Mr. or Mrs. Right. You just walked away from them for the reasons why I already basically mentioned. Okay, tell me more about the Six of Cups. there's an energy of you missing this person that you basically walked away from. I am definitely getting that, but I feel like you've been trying your hardest to practice the whole out of sight and out of mind as much as you possibly can. So I do see you trying your hardest to not look to see what they're up to or what they're doing, and if they're talking to someone new or if they're dating someone new. Like, you're truly practicing the whole out of sight, out of mind. I feel like you're trying your hardest to just focus on you and, you know, your future, and not, again, check up on this person and look them up online and see, you know, who they're following, who they're dating, who they're talking to, and if they're talking to anybody. You know, like, you're trying your hardest to not do that, and just continue to practice this whole out of sight, out of mind. But I feel like you do miss this person. I do. I feel like you do miss this person and, you know, this relationship that you once upon a time had with them. I feel like you do miss them. But I also feel like you're telling yourself, this is for the better. This is for the better. This is for the better. Okay. And then your future, we do have the Judgment card. So I do see this, interesting. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I do see this person resurfacing back up here for you, but it is stemming, you know, from a place of them wanting to reconcile with you. It is stemming from a place of them wanting to heal things with you and mend their relationship, you know, with you. Now, with the Seven of Swords coming out here, they are resurfacing back up here for you, Scorpio, but I feel like they're keeping all of this a secret from like a group of people. In other words, like, this person could have told like their family members and their friends, like, yo, that's it. Like, I'm so done with Scorpio. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. I'm done with them. Like, I will never run back to them. Yada, yada, yada. And here they are running back to you, going against the very thing that they said that they were not going to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, this person's running back to you, but I feel like they're keeping it a secret from like a group of people. Yeah, they're keeping it a secret from like a group of people. Yeah, again, it's like, I feel like they walked over the moment this relationship came to an end between the two of you. Like, I feel like this person instantly like started operating from a place of ego and pride. Like, that's it, I'm done with them. Like, screw Scorpio. Like, I'm moving forward and moving on with my life. I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna focus on me. I will never run back to them. And if they would have ever run back to me, I will never, you know, take them back, you know? And it's like, obviously they're going against what they said they were going to do, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens. They're in love. They're in love, honey. They're in love. They're in love. They are in love. They just can't help it. They just can't help it. They are in love. In love with you. In love, honey. Oh my God. This person has a King of Cups to the Lovers to the Fool out here. They are in love. They're in love. They're in love. They're in love with you. They just can't help themselves. You know, the heart wants what the heart wants, honey. You know? Ooh. We got the Five of Wands. We got the High Priestess. And then we also have the Ten of Pentacles. Ew. Yeah. Not only are they running back to you, which is technically them going against what they said they weren't gonna do, which is running back to you is concerned. And I feel like they told other people, like, yo, that's it, I'm done with Scorpio. Psh, I'm so done with them. Like, you know, even if Scorpio were to come running back to me, like, I'm not gonna take them back. Like, I'm not doing it, you know, and I'm not gonna run after them either. Like, who do they think? No, I'm not doing that. Psh, I'm not doing that. I'm so done with them, you guys. It's not even funny. Like, I'm so done with Scorpio. Obviously, we can see that they're not, because they're running back to you. And in the midst of them running back to you, they're keeping all of this on the down low. Like, they're not telling these people, like, yo, like, you know, I ran back to Scorpio, you guys. I gave in and I ran back to them. Like, they're not gonna sit here and do all of that just yet or right now, but they know that they can't keep this reconciliation a secret between the two of you for much longer. Because I kind of feel like that these people, whoever these people are, they're gonna start like pressing them. So like, yo, like, so where have you been, dude? You know, haven't seen you. You know, you haven't been around. Where you know, what's going on? You know, what's going on? What you been up to lately? Oh, nothing. Work. You know. Oh, I bought a new book, and you know, I'm just been reading that, you know, but yeah, that's about it. You know, what's going on with you? You know, like, they know that they can't keep this a secret for much longer. They know that they can't. But I feel like the main reason why they're keeping all of this a secret is because they feel like they're going to experience some backlash from these people. Like they feel like, yeah, they feel like they're going to like, yeah, they feel like they truly are going to experience backlash. It's not like I think I'm going to experience some backlash from these people. It's I know I'm going to experience backlash, you know, from these people when I tell them Scorpio and I are back together. Okay, well, let's be nosy and look a little bit more into this. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. They know that they have to tell them. They know that they have to tell them that the two of you are back together. It's like they're just like, I just don't want to do it right now. I don't want to do it right now. I don't want to deal with this right now because I already know like they're going to be upset with me and they're not going to like it. Like, I am getting that. I am definitely getting that. I feel like this person just wants to hold off for now on saying anything to these people about the two of you guys getting back together. And the main reason why this person's gonna like hold off on like saying anything to these people is because for one, they think that they're gonna experience backlash, and for two, they're not entirely sure like if this is really gonna work out between the two of you. Like, they want things to work out obviously between the two of you, but they just, you know, they look at you like you're a box of chocolates. Like, they don't know what to honestly anticipate and or expect from you at this point. Like, they don't know if you're going to turn around and be open and receptive to this and honestly make this relationship between the two of you work, or if you're just going to turn around and switch up on them again and tell them, like, I just can't do this. It's just too much. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know. They don't know what to honestly anticipate or expect from you at this point. So it kind of looks like for right now, they're choosing to keep this reconciliation between the two of you a secret, but I feel like people are going to catch on and realize, like, wait a minute, something's up. Like, we haven't seen this person. They haven't came to hang out with us. What's going on? Like, they seem pretty busy as of lately. Like, I think that a lot of people suspect that it's because the two of you are back together, but because this individual is not really giving these other people anything to work with, it's causing these people to like have no other choice, you know what I mean, but to like take their word for it. But I feel like they're just like, oh, I just been busy with work, you know, when in all actuality they've just been busy trying to fix things with you and repair things with you is basically what I'm getting. Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, the heart wants what the heart wants, right? You know, I feel like they see themselves having it all with you and only you, you see? So even though their family members may not like the fact that you guys are back together, even though their friends may not like the fact that the two of you are back together, it's like they just can't, you know, like they just can't see themselves like doing this with anybody else if it's not with you. Like, they just can't see themselves building a life with somebody else, you know. They just can't, you know. They can only see themselves building a life with you and only you. I just feel, you know, like people are just not gonna be like, just people in their corner are just not gonna be happy about this. Ultimate outcome. We got the Six of Pentacles. We got the Sun. We also have the... Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. Because these are phases that you're going through. I do see you guys getting back together. You know, I feel like their return is going to make you very, very happy. I see you guys getting back together. And I see you extremely happy with this reconciliation and the two of you working things out in the end. Like, I think that you're going to be really, really, really happy in the end. However, because these are phases that you're going through, it's like once reality starts to sink in and you realize, oh, snap, I'm back with this person all over again. That's when we kind of see you questioning things all over again. Now, let me look a little bit more into this. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Let me really dissect this and see what's going on here. Ten of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Before I open my mouth, 1 second, because I do want to look at this Ten of Swords energy really quickly here. Okay, we got the Empress to the King of Wands. To the Hierophant. Okay. All right, so I'm glad that, okay, so let's dissect this, because I really want to help you out, because I don't want you overthinking things within your relationship with this person anymore. I want you to be at peace, and I want you to be happy with this person. So let's break this down. Nine of Swords represents somebody who's very worried and concerned about something that has yet to occur, something that has yet to happen. Now, whatever this thing is that you're worried and concerned about, it's something that you genuinely believe and think is going to essentially happen one day, that they're going to betray you and deceive you in some way, shape, or form. Now, that's not anything that you have to worry about when it comes down to this person in particular. I am definitely getting that. That's not something you need to essentially worry about. And I feel like the only reason why you're so worried about them one day betraying you and deceiving you has a lot to do with this belief that you have, which is the belief of, well, I believe I'm dealing with a King of Wands like energy. King of Wands is somebody who's known for being like a Playboy Playgirl like energy, and that's what you believe you're dealing with, is a Playboy Playgirl like energy, which kind of ties into what I said over here, as far as you thinking, oh, they're probably doing this behind my back, they're probably doing that behind my back, they're probably doing this, they're probably doing that. So this is what you believe. And the Hierophant does speak of our own personal belief system. So you believe you're dealing with a King of Wands like energy, which does install a lot of fear within you, because your whole MO is, well, I don't want to invest my all into this person and they're out here fucking playing me. And I completely understand where you're coming from. However, you're not dealing with a King of Wands like energy. You're not dealing with a King of Wands like energy. You're not. I understand that you may believe that you are, but you're not. And that's just the reality of the situation. Now, I say this a lot in my readings too, because there's two Ten of Swords in this tarot deck. So we have the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine, and then we have the Ten of Swords that says the Ten of Swords, right? So here's the thing. It kind of looks like you've been ending this relationship off of things that you think are happening that are not even happening. Does that make sense? Or you're ending things with this person over things that you think are gonna happen that don't end up happening. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is kind of why you're getting both of these cards, because when you see the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine, when it comes down to your worries and your concerns in reference to this person, oh great, I have to take this phone call, 1 second. Okay, so we're back. My apologies. But yeah, so as I was saying, if I'm repeating myself, I apologize in advance. But yeah, you know, when it comes down to like you being worried that this person's going to betray you and deceive you, I don't actually see that happening. I don't see that actually happening. The issue here is that you think and believe it's going to happen. So it's like before, I guess in your head, it's like before they get the chance to actually execute this and like betray you and deceive you in the ways that you think, I guess, they're going to betray you and deceive you. It's like you rather like run now than to sit around and wait for the day that they do actually betray you and deceive you. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like, oftentimes we hear, you know, stories where, like, you know, people walk out on their marriages and relationships, and not walk out, but step out is what I meant to say. My apologies again. So we often hear people typically step out of their like marriages and relationships because they're not getting, you know, fulfilled, right, within their marriage and a relationship. And I feel like people who tend to experience infidelity are oftentimes with people that they're not compatible with, that they don't share, you know, a lot of things in common with, that they don't really resonate with. They're like oil and water. They just simply don't mix. I oftentimes see infidelity take place within my readings anyways, as well as in real life with people that are not compatible to like their spouse or their significant other. With you guys though, with you guys, I mean, with you guys, I mean, look at you guys. Look at this. We have the High Priestess to the Hierophant. We got the Empress to the Emperor. Like, you guys are, oh my gosh, you guys are beyond compatible for one another. Like, you guys resonate with one another very well. You guys complement one another very well. You guys work very well together as a team. I don't think that you understand. No, I don't think that you understand that for them, it's like you're the best thing that could have ever happened to them. What you guys have is something that a lot of people don't get to experience. Okay, just throwing that out there. Like, I'm pretty sure you know a lot of married couples or just couples in general, and you can tell, if these two are good for one another or not. You could tell if these two resonate with one another or not. You could tell these two are compatible for one another or not. Like, when people look at y'all, people are just like, damn, like, whoa. Like, people are blown away by the connection that you guys share with one another. Like, you guys are literally perfect for one another, like literally perfect for one another. So it's like, going back to what I was basically saying, I say all that to say this. There is no rhyme or reason for you to step out of your marriage or your relationship with this person when you already have everything that you honestly want and desire within this person. There's no reason for that. And the main reason why people step out of their marriages and relationships is because of that. They don't have everything that they truly want and desire at home, so they get it somewhere else. Y'all don't have that problem. And I don't think y'all are ever going to honestly have that problem. That's how picture perfect you guys are for one another. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, people, like, they don't just cheat just because, like, you know what I mean? I guess there are people out there that just cheat just because, and these are people that don't desire to be in a committed relationship, don't care to be in one, and if they are in one, they're with somebody that, again, they're not compatible with, they don't mesh very well with. Like I said, like, I get that you're worried and you're concerned, but I'm literally telling you that if you walk away from this person, okay, and you walk away from this relationship, you will literally be walking away over something that's never going to happen. Never going to happen, Scorpio. Like, I would understand, okay, like, the likelihood of this happening, okay, like, I get it, but you would be leaving this person over something that's not going to happen. Nine of Swords is somebody who's worried and concerned about something that has yet to happen and may not even happen. Nine of Swords energy is somebody who's worried and concerned about the future. So you've been actually worried and concerned about this person cheating on you or doing something behind your back with another person. You've been worried and concerned about this, and that has not happened. And from the looks of it, it ain't gonna happen. And so this whole, you having this massive fear of them hurting you one day, what I likely see happening here between you and this person is, yes, you getting hurt, but it's not because of anything they did on their end. It's because of this belief that you have of them. So this would be basically like the epitome of you breaking your own heart off of something that has yet to happen. And honestly, from the looks of it, is probably never going to happen, if I'm being honest with you. It's probably never going to happen. So you're more worried and concerned about them breaking your heart and deceiving you. But in the end, if you follow through on this and you allow this belief, which is this belief that you have of this person is false. I'm just throwing that out there and letting you know. But if you allow this belief to get the best of you, and you turn around and actually believe this, you're deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself and you're breaking your own heart. It's not them deceiving you. You're deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself. And you got to also understand, too, that we live in a spiritual world, Scorpio. You know this all too well. I mean, you and your person come off to me as two people who are very spiritually based individuals. You have gifts. They have gifts. So we live in a spiritual world. This fear that you're experiencing on your behalf is literally a spirit of basically fear. Fear is what's trying to stop you from coming together with this person. Because a lot of good could come out of this relationship, if if you don't continue to allow this fear to get the best of you, a lot of good could come out of this, relationship between, the two of you. You guys could be an inspiration for a lot of people. Like, people might look at you guys and be like, damn, like, I want what Scorpio has. I want the type of marriage Scorpio has, the type of relationship Scorpio has. And y'all may be the people that show everybody else in this world that it is possible. It is possible. It is possible to find the perfect person for you. It is possible. It is possible to love in this world. You know what I mean? It is possible to be committed and devoted to one another and loyal to one another. It's possible. Something that we rarely see in this day and age. Like, you see what I mean? Like, your relationship with this person poses a massive threat, especially to the enemy. It poses a massive threat because, fear basically comes from the devil, and the devil uses fear to stop us from doing a lot of things, and it's oftentimes, not oftentimes, the devil will install fear within you, especially when he sees that you're about to walk into something amazing or something that is going to essentially pose a threat to how he wants us to live our lives. You know what I mean? So if you give into this fear, well, you're going to go back to just being single and alone and focusing on you. And that's exactly what the devil wants you to do, because at the end of the day, the devil doesn't like this unity between two people. He just doesn't. He wants everybody to be single and alone and hate the idea of love and don't get married and don't have a family and just, everybody's not to be trusted. Just go back to being single and alone, because when you're single and alone, you're a much easier target for the devil than you are when you're paired to somebody, when you are one with someone. We live in a spiritual world, Scorpio, and you know that, and you know that. And you know that it's just honestly the spirit of fear that's trying to stop you. You just got to accept that what's stopping you is a spirit of fear. That's it. The spirit of fear is stopping you, and you're how do I explain what you're doing? So there's like this spirit of fear that's trying to stop you, and it's like you're embodying it and you're taking it on, and now you're afraid. Now you're afraid. Now you're afraid, and now you're too scared to go there with this person because, you just think this and this and this and this, and it's like the things you think are going to happen is not going to happen. You don't have to worry about this person betraying you. You have to be far more worried about you betraying yourself and missing on a really good opportunity if you continue to allow the spirit of fear to basically get the best of you, to the point where it prompts you to make one of the biggest mistakes of your life. This is, you just can't find this anywhere. Like, I can't emphasize this enough. You just can't find this just anywhere. Like, you can't. You can't, and you can't, you know what I mean? You know you can't. You can't find this with somebody else. Like, you guys are truly experiencing an experience with one another that, oh my God, there's people that are like praying to God right now to have what you have. And you run in the opposite direction of it every chance you get. That's what you're doing. There's people out there that, oh my God, will give their left kidney, man, to have what you have. They will give up their left fucking kidney. You know what I mean? And you are just like, I'm just going to run in the opposite direction of it. Like, stop. Stop. You need to, like, your perception of this whole thing needs to, like, change. Like, instead of you looking at this fear that you're experiencing through the lens of, well, I'm feeling this way because that means they're going to do something to me. Like, that needs to change. Like, you need to look at this for what it really is. The spirit of fear is trying to basically get the best of you, and you're turning around and you're allowing it to, and now you're scared. And understand this fear is it's literally coming from the devil. The devil just trying to stop you from becoming one with this person, because this relationship between the two of you, it could inspire a lot of people. It could really inspire a lot of people. Like, damn, like, if Scorpio could have this type of love, man, so can I. You know what I mean? I think that the two of you would be an inspiration to a lot of people. I think that the two of you can definitely show hundreds and thousands of people it is possible to have a healthy relationship in this day and age. It is possible to be loyal in this day and age. It is possible to be committed and devoted to one person, only one person in this day and age. Like, it is possible to find somebody that you mesh very well with, that you're very compatible with. Like, it's possible. And the reason why you guys were able to pull this off and make this happen and manifest one another into fruition is because you guys both, before you guys met one another, you guys both identified what it is that you guys truly want and desire within a partnership. And you guys didn't turn around and just settle for whoever or whatever. You guys turned around and put your trust and faith into God that eventually the right person will come along. And this is something that the both of you essentially did. And you guys are being rewarded in the end for putting your trust and faith into God that he will bring the right person along for you. And that's exactly what the both of you did. And that's exactly why this person's in your life. And that's exactly why you're in their life. And that's exactly why this connection's even here to begin with, because you knew deep down inside what you honestly wanted and what you deserve and what you don't deserve. And you put your trust and faith that eventually the right person will come along, and the right person did come along, and they did the same thing, and the right person did came along, aka you. This whole, like, you know, you allowing fear to basically get the best of you is something that you need to not continue to allow to happen. Because if you do, you're going to be missing out on a really, really good opportunity. Okay. You are. So with the Queen of Wands to the Queen of Swords to the Magician coming out here. I am definitely getting, for some of you out there, and this probably may not be the case for all of you, but this whole, like, I just think they're going to cheat on me or whatever. This part's not going to resonate for all of you out there. You would obviously know if this resonates with you or not. And what I'm about to say, I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything like that. I'm just trying to, like, you know, help you out to get you to understand maybe this is why you are the way that you are, but this part is not going to resonate for all of you. And if it does resonate with you, that's okay. Ain't nobody judging you. There's a possibility that you could be projecting things that you've put other people through onto this person. So for example, like prior to you meeting this person, maybe you were somebody who was very, very non-committal. So therefore you think you're dealing with a non-committal person. You could be projecting, you know, things that, or you could be projecting how you used to be with other people onto them, thinking that they're just like, how you used to be. So if in the past where you were very non-committal, you probably think that they're very non-committal. In the past, if you've ever cheated on someone, you probably think that they're going to cheat on you. In the past, if you've ever did something, you know, sneaky or like behind a person's back without them realizing and or knowing, a lot of you might think that's exactly what this person's doing. Because for some of you, that could be what's going on here as well. And if that is the case, you need to be able to just realize, like, okay, like the reason why I think this and this and this is because I used to be like this in my past, and I used to do this in my past, and I used to do that in my past, and now I think that they're doing X, Y, and Z. You see what I mean? I said this in somebody's reading recently, just because, and I get it, you know, like for those of you where that part does resonate, you may think, well, if I'm capable of doing X, Y, and Z, then who's to say they're not capable? And I get that. I understand that completely, and I get where you're coming from, but it's like, I get where you're coming from, but it's just not fair. Because, and here's why I say that. It's just not fair because of the simple fact that that's like saying, like, you know, because a serial killer is capable of doing what he or she did, and that means that I'm a serial killer and you're a serial killer too, Scorpio, and you know, so is my neighbor. You know what I mean? Like, we don't all have the capability of doing something that the next person does. And that's just kind of why I'm using like a serial killer as an example, because it's not to say that just because that person is capable of being a serial killer and doing the things that they did, doesn't necessarily mean the person standing next to them is capable of that. Because there's a huge possibility that maybe that person standing next to them is not capable of that. You know what I mean? So it's just not fair, is basically what I'm saying, to like be like, oh, well, if I did this and that means they're capable too. It's like, yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a possibility. It's a possibility, just like it's a possibility that the person standing right next to a serial killer might just be a serial killer too, but it's a possibility that maybe they're not. You know what I mean? So it's just not fair to, like, you know, it's just, I just don't think that it's fair. And then like another thing too, you got to keep in mind that like this person looks like you're the best thing that could ever happen to them. You see what I mean? So it's like, this person looks like you, like you're like everything that they could ever want within a person and then some, for crying out loud. I mean, this person's in love, like beyond in love, that it makes me freaking sick, okay? Which I think is super cute for them, but it's just like, it's like, it's like this person is like drowning in emotions when it comes down to you. It just, ugh, it's too much for me, anyways. But that's just me, you know what I mean? I love it for them, but this one over here is like drowning, you know, drowning in love with you. It's not even funny. I mean, look at this. We also have the Queen of Cups out here and the Queen of Swords. I mean, like, it just, y'all are so fucking compatible. It's beyond crazy. But yeah, dude, it's like they look at you like you're the best thing that could have ever happened. You know what I mean? To them. So it's like they're not gonna do anything to fuck this up. And let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I don't think that you would do anything to ruin this relationship. Like, in other words, I don't foresee you ever cheating on this person. I don't foresee you ever doing this person wrong. Do I foresee you like leaving this relationship based off of, well, I just think that they're gonna do this to me one day, so I'm gonna go now before they get the chance / opportunity to do me like X, Y, and Z. I see you doing that. But as far as ever cheating on them or betraying them, or just, no, I don't see you doing that. And I don't see them doing that either. I don't. If you guys were like polar opposites, whole nother ball game. Yeah, the likelihood of, you know, them betraying you or you betraying them, very, very likely to happen. But y'all already have everything that you guys want and desire out of one another. Y'all don't need anything else besides one another. You know what I mean? So stop letting the fear, you know, get the best of you and stop you from being happy. You know, just I'm telling you, there's people that will freaking give their left kidney to have what you have, man. It's like what you guys have with one another. Not a lot of people get to experience that. Like, it's more common to end up with somebody who's like kind of like the polar opposite of you. You know what I mean? It's just more common. Like, I think I've only met one. Well, yeah, I think. Well, I'm trying to think. Trying to really think about this. I can only think of one couple, and I know a lot of couples, man. Only one married couple, man, that when I like, oh man, I used to look at them and I'm like, Jesus, I would love to have what they have. It's awesome, you know what I mean? But I could say just one couple, one freaking couple that when I look at them, I'm just like, damn, like these two fools really do love each other. And oh my God, look, they work so well as a fucking team. Like they're awesome for each other. They're great for one another. They're so perfect for one another. And it's like every other couple, it's like, all right, well, you just putting up with it. All right, well, you know, like, yeah, you know, it's like, it's because it's so rare. It's so rare. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's so rare to see what y'all have. You know what I mean? In my own readings, in person, it's just so fucking rare. It's so rare. Like I said, I only met one couple that I'm just like, damn, like, they really do love each other. Like, they really do love each other. You know, look at them. Like, they're awesome. They're great. And then when you see other couples, it's just like, all right, cool. Yeah, you just putting up with it. We know that. But anyways, you know what I mean? It's like, when you talk to them, they don't really resonate with one another. They don't have anything in common. They're like oil and water. They just don't mix. But with this other couple that I'm talking about, oh my God, you know, like they might as well be dating each other. You know what I mean? Because it's like, they're so fucking similar, and like they just understand one another, and they complete each other's sentences, and they just, you know, what she loves to do, he loves to do, and what he loves to do, she loves to do. And it's like, it's just, they're just awesome, you know. But every other couple is like, I don't like to do that. You can go. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna go do this. And it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And this is why they also say that, like, you know, most marriages just don't work out, don't last because of that reason. It's like, people get involved with people that are like the polar opposite of them, but fuck it, it works. So, you know, let's just do this. And then it doesn't work, you know, but it's very rare to see what you guys have in my readings and in real life. I'm telling you. So it's like, let the fear go, embrace this with all you got, be happy, stop overthinking things, and just let go. Just let go and be happy. Just be happy. Okay. That is your job. Go and be happy, because people will give their left fucking kidney, okay, to have what you have. There are people in marriages right now, they're just like, oh my God, why the hell did I say I do to this one over here? Like, or why did I end up with this one? Like, y'all don't have that problem, and y'all are never gonna probably have that problem. Like, go be happy. All right, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading.